Hey guys, Monica Reyes here. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about cultivating compassion. One of my most favorite topics, compassion. I think it's one of my superpowers. It's just this ability to really see somebody for who they are, to not judge. I rarely judge, and if I do judge, it's usually like there's a reason. There's some, like, it's the universe. It's like my internal signal of like, this person needs me, or there's really something here for me, which I've really come to recognize. But compassion can be developed, and it's the definition of compassion is wanting to end the suffering for another. And so I'm going to share with you 3 ways that you can cultivate compassion within you. And if you're not experiencing compassion on the outside, like extrinsically in your external reality, and as you know, your external reality is an indicator and it's just responding to your internal reality. If you're not receiving compassion from out there, then internally compassion is what's needed in your life. And this has actually happened to me. I have actually a story. So I was pregnant, I want to say like second trimester. I was in Connecticut getting ready, actually flying from Miami International Airport into Connecticut for a speech. And that was 6:30 in the morning. And usually when you're pregnant, people are really nice to you, right? They open the doors. I mean, it was like one of the best memories of being pregnant. And in this particular case, not one, not two, but literally every single person in that airport that came in contact with me either pushed me out of the way or didn't hold the door for me, or, rushed out. Like, I mean, it was crazy. I was thinking, wow, there's something happening here. And I could have easily have been like, oh my God, Miami International Airport sucks. I'm never going to fly here. This is horrible. But I knew better, right? I know better. I know that my external reality is a reflection of my internal reality. And I was thinking, okay, so what within me created this? Why am I experiencing this sort of reality? And thinking, what is missing here? And what was missing was compassion. And perhaps it's what I needed, right? Because every moment is preparing you for the next. What I needed in my body in order to have the best experience possible for the speech and the presentation I was about to give. So on the plane, I did a meditation for compassion, which leads me to tip number 1. If you're looking to cultivate compassion, you want to cultivate love, which means it's going to be an opening of your 4th chakra, your heart chakra. And so opening your heart up is the first thing that I would suggest to you. So doing some sort of heart meditation. You can start off with gratitude. There's actually, I have a really beautiful meditation on YouTube called Keeping a Calm Heart, the Calm Heart meditation. And basically what you're doing is you're putting your left hand on your heart and you're putting your right hand up in Gyan Mudra, and you're just doing this, basically eyes closed, deep breathing, setting the timer for at least 3 minutes and breathing. And you can bring the person into mind, bringing them into your heart. That's one thing. There are tons of these loving kindness meditation, sort of meditations. It's a Buddhist practice. There's lots of those actually out there. If you were to Google that, you would find lots of meditations. But the idea is to cultivate this compassion and heart and love within you first. Once you're able to do that, then the next step would then be to like, let's work through this. Okay, why are you missing compassion in your life? And I'm going to use a specific person for this example. So let's say that there is a person in your life that you are just not compassionate about, right? They're in your life, and the way that you feel about them is maybe it's disgust, maybe you're judging them, maybe you're like, oh my God, why are you showing up this way? Like, you should know better, like there's judgment, there's this lack of acceptance of who they're showing up as in this moment. And so that's where we start, is first accepting them exactly as they are in this moment, right? Doesn't mean they're not going to change, doesn't mean you need to be walked all over, doesn't mean you're not going to stand up for yourself, doesn't mean you're not going to set boundaries. The whole point though is that when you're not accepting them as they are, it's actually harming you, because it's the way that you're showing up, it's the way you're feeling about them, it's the way that you're judging them, it's your relationship to them is what we're shifting here. We're not trying to change them. We're actually going to accept them. And how to accept them is the first question I always ask myself is, what must have happened in their childhood for them to be showing up in this way, right? Because when we bring it back to children, now all of a sudden they're innocent. Now all of a sudden we can find compassion for them, right? We can all of a sudden see them as this innocent, pure being. And it's like, so I love to bring it back to children, to childhood, and think about them as a young child. And if they're showing up as an asshole, all right, then, or a jerk, then why? what must have happened? I'm just imagining like these parents like dominating this young kid, or like yelling at them, or judging this young boy or this young girl in a certain way, to then now training their behavior to now cause them to show up like this. It's a learned behavior. Ages 0 to 7, we are creating 95% of our subconscious mind, which is usually mostly who we all are. So, finding out why are they acting this way, rather than judging their behavior and making them bad because of it, right? Instead, digging a little deeper and realizing that they are a human being. The next thing that I would suggest is, why is it here? Why is it happening now? Why in this moment? Why am I experiencing this moment of I need to have compassion? Or why is this person in my life in this moment, right? Universe is about timing. There are no mistakes, no coincidences. So this person is showing up in this exact way for a reason, and you are a part of that co-creation. So taking responsibility for exactly the way that they're showing up, and asking yourself, how am I co-creating this experience? What within me, like using it as the mirror. So this is considered mirror work, right? So this person's acting like an asshole. Maybe they're dominating, maybe they're yelling, maybe they're pushing, maybe they're crossing your boundaries. So how am I crossing my boundaries? When did I do this? When have I been a jerk? When do I lose my cool? Or right? And even digging a little deeper, if you dig a little bit deeper from the superficial sort of what you see, you will be able to find the connection, because energy, this is just mechanics. Energy doesn't lie. So this person is showing up on purpose for a reason. You're co-creating it, and there is a gift here for you. And whether the gift can be found inside simply by you resolving whatever it is that's happening here, maybe there's also some other sort of lesson. So we move from acceptance, from the acceptance of this to the acceptance of this, to the, obviously accepting why this is here, and then appreciating it, figuring out, like bringing in the love, like, okay, so this person is showing up here because I'm gaining this gift, and now because of you, I'm now able to resolve this within me, and it's a beautiful thing, right? And it's all on purpose. So, and appreciating the larger context of the spiritual journey, and that every encounter is a holy encounter, and that there are no mistakes, right? This person's supposed to show up right now to trigger you in this way, to make you upset so that you can experience this, and maybe it's triggering an emotion within you that's old and ancient from your childhood, and it would not have happened but for this person, right? Yeah, of course, I had to throw in the proximate cause because I'm an attorney, but that's the whole point. That's the beauty of the way that this life works. But the problem is we get so stuck in like the suffering of like, oh, this is happening, and why is this happening? Rather than like looking at it from this observation of like, it's freaking happening, okay? And I can learn from it, and I can move from it, and I get to forgive, and I get to grow from it. And then lastly, it's like, okay, now I've done all that. Like, let's move into sending love, right? Sending love, and really genuinely wanting this person, wanting to end the suffering. And the way that I do this is because we are mirrors of each other. There is an implication that there is an existence of a relationship, an energetic relationship here. So you can hold your heart and want to end suffering in the other, which is a very powerful thing. And you can also resolve whatever this is and heal this for not only you, but for them. So let me say that again. So you can heal whatever it is in showing up this person, exactly whatever this is, not only through, like, you can send them loving, but you can also heal it here, which then affects them. It's a powerful, beautiful thing, because we are affecting all, influencing all. We're creators. We're all connected. We're waves in the same ocean. So imagine what beautiful gift can you give someone else of doing your own healing, knowing that it's going to heal this other person. What a beautiful act of compassion and kindness. All right, well, those are my tips for today to cultivate compassion. The world needs more compassionate people. Compassion is not a weakness. It's actually a freaking strength that is so strong. I've learned to powerfully communicate and powerfully be in compassion, and also set boundaries, and also stand up for myself. It's been such a powerful journey. So I hope that this helps you, and I hope that you can cultivate more compassion in your life. If you have any tips or tricks that you want to share, any questions, I'd love for you to comment. If you like this video, like it. And if there's anybody in your life that you feel like could really use this, please share it. I would love for you to share it. All right, well, anyway, I hope you have an amazing day. I'll talk to you soon.